How you doing out there, Interblops? This is your Soul Man, chilling with my boy Frake, and this is I Played a Thing, Demon Souls. Last episode, we completed the Great Slog, and we killed a giant who needed a bath. And we got the soul of said giant who needed a bath, which is the Eroded Demon Soul, I believe. Yep, that's the one. Now there is only one use for this soul. It can only be traded to Frake. And the deal is not a very good one.
I can't have. Thank you.
For that we can get Acid Cloud and only Acid Cloud. Generates a cloud of acid which eats away at and corrodes equipped armor. There's a major problem with this though, and that's that it doesn't work on NPCs. Its literal only use is in PvP, which we're not going to be doing. So this has absolutely no purpose in an offline game, so I am just going to be eating it.
I can...
I don't know if it's actually worth much, but we really don't have any use for it. So... Humph humph. Oh, 40,000, that ain't bad at all. Okay. With that accomplished, I think we're about ready to go get some levels before we set out to 5-3.
Thou seekest then...
You bet I seek soul power.
Soul of the mind, key to life...
So let's see, we should be able to get a good few levels out of this. What shall we increase?
Drawn from its vessel.
We'll give ourselves some HP, that never goes unappreciated.
So the world might be mended.
A little dex.
So the world might be mended.
A little endurance. And we should be able to get one more out of that. We got our endurance and strength evened up, so I should probably give this to either dexterity or vitality. Do I feel like taking more hits or giving more hits? We'll go vitality. Never can have too many HP.
Art thou done? Main that...
Alright. So our next step is 5-3, the last section of the Valley of Defilement. And as you may recall, in the third section of most Archstones, there's nothing but the Archdemon fight, or at most a really short run up to it. This will be no exception. Oh, we should look at the flavor text. In the swamp infested by poison jellyfish and giant slugs lies a valley which eats all filth, where the poor offer their souls to demons at a dead shrine to be released from suffering. Ah, a familiar place. A place where I fought a boss very badly, but prevailed in the end without too much trauma. And now we descend deeper into the valley. What will await us there? Well, it's someone we've been hearing a fair amount of gossip about. Yep, not much of a run at all. Boss Fog is right over there, and it looks like a pretty straight shot to it. Widow's Lotuses are kind of expensive, so nice to have at all times. Not that there are many sources of plague in this game at all, but plague is definitely a thing you want to get off you as quickly as possible. So any Widow's Lotuses we don't have to pay for are lovely Widow's Lotuses indeed.
Go forth, Galvinland. May you be unharmed.
So, if I'm not mistaken, we just met the rumored Maiden Astraea, who came to the Valley of Defilement to provide relief to the unfortunate souls dwelling here, but apparently has become a demon, and if the filthy woman is to be believed, you use your own judgment on that, she made things worse, actually, when she showed up. And we also heard about her brave protector, Garl Vinland, so we get to meet him too.
Leave us, Slayer of Demons. This is a sanctuary for the lost and wretched. There is nothing here for you to pillage or plunder. Please, leave quietly.
That is a perfectly reasonable request, but we've got a greater goal here. We've got to get the attention of the Old One, and that means killing all the demons. Sorry, Astraea, but we're gonna have to do this. You see here we have a number of depraved around us, who don't seem interested in us at all because they are busy worshipping the Maiden Astraea. Now, something that is possible to do from here is to put a bunch of holes in her from a distance. Interestingly, that will immediately aggro all of the depraved, which is kind of a nice touch. Let's see, we got anything over here? I don't think so. Oh, lizard. I did not see it glowing. Oh well. But yes, one option you have here is just to murder Astraea with arrows. Oh wait, that's not Astraea, that's Garl. I see his big hammer now. Let's thin out the worshippers here, because we can. And you get to kick them off the cliff, which is kind of fun. I do quite like the music for this section. See those red things down there? We don't want any part of them, but you'll see that in a little while. Oh yeah, the red things down there, they are hostile to the depraved. So if you happen to knock any down and they're still alive, those little swamp creatures will finish the job for you. Now where is the vantage from which we can actually shoot Astraea? Not going to do it, but I want to find that. Hey guys. Oh, that's another reason to take out the worshippers. They occasionally have drops. I think they're just normal depraved drops, but still, they're drops. There's no such thing as too much grass. Now is where I think we have the advantage to shoot Astraea. We're not going to be doing that, because we want to see the normal ending to this fight. But, yeah, you can shoot her, she'll try to heal herself, but if you can outdamage the healing, you can finish the fight right here. You will definitely want to kill out the worshippers, though, because, again, the moment you do any damage to Astraea, they all aggro on you. When we do our second loop through the game, I probably will shoot her from afar, because you do get some unique dialogue that way. But we're gonna do this the regular way first. Just need to find myself down, find my way down the proper path. If you're thinking maybe I don't exactly know the route, you're entirely right. Ah, there they are. I think that's the body of the depraved they killed. Oh, there's Garl. We've got his attention. He's still coming? Garl, buddy. You really don't want to deal with him down there, so bringing him up is the way to go. Seem to be having a little trouble with my aggro radius. It might actually be a good idea to... Oh, I don't even have the Thief Ring on. Garl, dude, I'm not gonna fight you down here. I ain't having it. Okay, now he's angry. Come on. Not sure exactly where the choke point is. After a certain point, he won't follow you up any further. I guess that's probably it right there. So Garl is really the real boss here. You do want to be careful when he's one-handing his weapon, because that shield is a mid-sized shield, and he can parry quite well with it. And if you're thinking you probably don't want to get riposted with that giant hammer, you're exactly right. Also, that shield he happens to be using is 100% magic block, so you cannot use magic damage on him. There's no cheesing him that way. Also, Garl usually has some dialogue. I wonder if he's not doing it because I'm in soul form like Marauda. That is a distinct possibility. If so, I will just edit it in after we're done here. Come on, Garl.
I shall let no harm come to dearest Astraea. May you rot in the deepest depths of this swamp. You will not turn back, will you? How dare you persist in intruding upon our haven? You abandoned us long ago. What right do you have? We live humble lives. Leave us be. Plunge to your death. And let the acid melt the flesh from your bones. Ye covetous ones, let it be known. We shall defend our hearth and home to the death.
And I am doing a strict bait and punish strategy here, because again, if you go on the offensive, he actually parries quite well. And that would be very bad. So our knight with his giant hammer, Shades of Paladin Leroy, huh? And in Dark Souls 3, Egon of Karim, but of course I haven't done Dark Souls 3 yet, so we have not yet met him. But there's a certain type in these games, and Garl is the original. Oh, and he has a full heal. I knew he had a heal, but I didn't know it was quite that potent. Also Wrath of God, which has more range than I realized. I thought I was standing far enough back, but no, no, I was not. Okay. Alright, girl, we're doing this thing again. This time when I get him low, I will not allow him to back away. Nothing too complicated about this. I mean, he has good equipment and he's quite strong, but at the end of the day, he has pretty normal NPC AI, aside from the whole healing and music magic thing. You get back here.
Dearest Astraea, I have failed you.
Sorry about that, Broseph. As you can see, we get a large amount of souls from Garl. So he definitely has boss-worthy qualities in that respect. Now what we've got below us here are plague babies. Now that you have a closer look at them, you see they have a disturbing infant shape. They will respawn infinitely as long as Astraea is alive. They can plague you very quickly. And the swamp that they're standing in is also a source of plague. So the plague babies are aptly named. I don't know what it is about this game with plague and babies. And we have these and the baby's nail, the only weapon in the game to my knowledge that can inflict plague. Maybe Miyazaki's just a really militant, child-free kind of guy. Anyway, now that Garl is out of the way, Oh yes, his gear. He does drop some of his stuff, which I will probably need to equip my Ring of Herculean Strength to pick up, but let's see. No, I got it all, and that includes the Dark Silver Shield, which is very nice to have. We'll take a quick look at that. The Dark Silver Shield of the Vinland Legacy. Known as the oldest of metals, the Dark Silver is said to purify dark malice. It protects the user from all magics. And if you look over at the right, that is a hell of a magic defense. And under the damage cut, it cuts 100% of magic damage. It also cuts 100% of physical damage, but it is not a very stable shield compared to my baby. Anyway, the Dark Silver Shield has to be upgraded with colorless demon souls, and on any given playthrough, if I'm doing multiple loops, that tends to be where my colorless demon souls go. It's just a very, very useful piece of equipment. I think I'm going to get plagued as soon as I venture over there. Fortunately, I have not aggroed the babies. Let's get ourselves a Widow's Lotus handy. Come on, Widow's Lotus. Where are you at? There we are. Oh, 13. I have a pretty good supply of them. Yep, got the plague. Now, Estrella, I hear you've been a very naughty girl. What do you have to say for yourself?
You killed him, didn't you? Very well. I can no longer resist you. Do as you like. Take your precious demon soul.
And we've had a suicide. Got our body back, which is nice, meaning we've restored all of our HP. You probably noticed there I forgot to actually eat my Widow's Lotus and very nearly died while talking to Estrella. That would have been kind of embarrassing. Alright. Not actually much of a fight gameplay-wise, aside from taking down Garl, but really neat bit of story, I think. Kind of makes you question whether you're doing the right thing after all. But we do, again, have a greater good that we're looking to proceed toward. We are looking to get our access to the Great Old One. And, you know, sometimes to make an omelet, damn it, I can't talk. To make an omelet, you gotta break a few eggs. And we get her soul, and we get to the Ring of Sincere Prayer as well. Not to mention another very respectable dose of souls. It's getting quite musical in here, isn't it? Well, what I am going to do now is do my usual suicide of my own in Stonefang, get that a little closer to dark, pure black world tendency. It's getting there, but I don't think it's quite there. Okay, we are back. We have suicided once more in Stonefang, and I think that actually will bring it to pure black tendency. Yeah, I think that's what pure black looks like. So, first thing we're going to do is spend our souls, and then, before we move on to the dreaded 4-2, we're going to do a few other things like getting the pure black world tendency event for Stonefang. Oh, and I should mention the pure blood demon soul that we just got. Like the old monk's soul, this is the only other soul in the game that has 4 possible trade opportunities. We can give it to any of the magic teachers, and we can also take it to Blacksmith Ed. Ed can forge the blue blood sword from a broken sword, which can be dropped by some Dreglings, I believe, and there's also a guaranteed broken sword somewhere in the swamp in 5-2. I think over in the area where the Meat Cleaver Red Phantom patrols. Black Phantom, I should say. The blue blood sword is interesting. It has decent scaling that's visible, and has a nice moveset. It's really a pretty good sword all around. But the really funky thing about it is, it has an invisible scaling with luck. So if for whatever reason you feel like running a high luck character, it's going to be a damn good weapon. I believe it also does physical and magic damage, which is another nice bonus. Before I go spending my souls, let's actually see what this can be traded for.
Very well.
From Yuria, we can get Relief. Fully recovers whomever is touched. Being the most impure demon of all, Astraya's true essence is close to the work of God. So this is just for healing in co-op. It has no other real use. But the animation of it is pretty funny. It looks like you're punching health into people.
I owe my life if it is a dark.
Alright, Freaky Deaky, what you got for me?
I am once our human.
Death Cloud. Generates an extremely poisonous cloud of death. Those who intake all that is impure are themselves the most impure of all is natural. So this is just like Poison Cloud, except instead of poison, it inflicts plague. I don't think it's as effective as on quite so many enemies, but that's pretty nice. That is what I think we're going to take, but I will go check out Saint Urbane first.
I can.
As I don't actually remember what you can get from Urbane for this soul.
Do you have?
And there we go, Resurrection. Resurrects phantoms in the vicinity of the user back in their own world. This miracle is an anti-symbol of the impurified former 6th Saint, Astraya. This is not terribly useful. All it does is restore blue phantoms to life if you're co-oping with someone, which I think immediately removes them from your world, and they may not want to be revived anyway, so... yeah, another not very useful one.
Yeah, but you.
Death Cloud it is.
To have. Thank you, as promised.
I'm eventually gonna want Water Veil, so I should grab that while I'm here. Anything else I want to have? No, not really.
Bring me more.
I will do my best, Frank. I will do my best. What I'm gonna do now is my usual soul purchasing. Or as level purchasing, I should say. Actually, I'll repair my ship first. You'll get my business, I assure you.
Thou seek then
Seeking that soul power.
key to life's ether.
Alright, dexterity's slightly behind. We'll go ahead and bump that up.
From its vessel,
Lose some endurance.
let strength be granted,
And we're close to another level, so I am gonna pop a few consumables.
so the world might out thou may.
Let's see, how about a traditional hero? How much was it that I needed? It's here somewhere, right? I'm drawing a blank. I'm blind.
Thou seek then
We'll just check this out the hard way. Oh, okay, good. I've got just enough.
ether,
Well, we've bumped endurance.
soul of the lost withdrawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted, so the
Yeah, let's bump Dex again. Why not?
art thou done? Main that
There we go, and that leaves us with few souls indeed. Making it a very good time to go after our Pure Black World Tendency event. We should go to the Armor Spider Archstone, I believe. That will give us our best route. Yeah, this looks like the place. A very familiar location. Now, when you take a world tendency toward black, two things happen. First, of course, is that there are any pure black world tendency events that the area has. They will be available to you. The other thing is, somewhere in the 3 sectors, a primeval demon will appear. Primeval demons actually appear 1 level before Pure Black, so we might have been able to do it last trip, but in any case, it'll definitely be here now. The thing about primeval demons, they're very fragile, they have virtually no offensive capability, but they have a very high chance of dropping a colorless demon soul. So aside from the few that you can find lying around in the world, that is going to be your main source of that particularly rare and valuable upgrade material. Unfortunately, killing Black Phantoms, which we're about to do, and killing a Primeval Demon will both shift the world tendency toward white, so as soon as we do one, we would have to do the other in the same trip. And I'm probably not going to do that. So we're just going to go for the Black Phantom here, and I will show you a Primeval Demon another time. Get wrecked. We're going to head on down this way till we met our buddy Scurver. Oh, that's right. Things are a little tougher in Pure Black. I forgot about that. Oh. In addition to the whole Primeval Demon and Tendency event thing, in Black Tendency, the enemies get a bit buffed. However, I believe they also have better drops. That means I'm going to have to treat these guys with a little care, because I'm not going to be able to one-shot them with a big L2. And they can hurt me extra. Yeah, they're looking kind of dropperific here. So if you just want to maximize your farming odds, getting a world into Pure Black is the easiest way to do it. And I never actually do it, so I couldn't tell you for sure, but I think that would apply to the one black skeleton that you could get the pure Bladestone from. So you would definitely want to make World 4 into Pure Black before you go farming for that endlessly. Okay. This is where I do believe we need to be. We need to find our way down, once again, to where we met our buddy Scurver, and I still have no bloody idea how you're supposed to get that over there. This particular descent tends to go bad for me sometimes, so we will cross our fingers. If need be, I will edit out the run back. Actually, let's pop the Regenerator's Ring. I don't have to worry about the piddling bits I lose due to fall damage. I'm never very good at remembering a good route down from here. Okay, that looks safe. Little hurty, but safe. And right over there, we've got Scurver Country. Hang on a moment, I'm going to let my health regenerate the rest of the way, because if we are in fact in Pure Black, something is about to happen. Okay, we're good. I could put on my wording here, but I don't think it would be terrifically helpful right away. You'll see why in a moment. Do you see what I see off in the distance there? Yep, it's our buddy Scurver in Black Phantom form. And he's got some pretty bitchin' fire magic. My baby will help me to some degree with fire damage, but we just really don't want to be hit by any of his flaming stuff. However, unlike some spellcasting NPCs, Scurver has limited MP. A lot of the really dedicated casters will have infinite MP, not this guy. So my job number one to make the fight easier is going to be to get him to shoot his wad. Hey, bro. Oh, that's right, he also casts Regeneration at the start of the fight. Well, you can see he's got Fireball. He's got what looked like Fire Spray there. His magic, by the way, is quite strong. In New Game Plus, it will almost definitely one-shot you. And in a first New Game cycle, it's no fun either. And he doesn't care whether he's at a distance or not before firing off magic. He will do it point blank, so you can be up there trying to melee him, and he'll just toss a fireball in your face. Get back there. I don't want you crowding me. His melee is no joke either. I know that would usually one-shot me in New Game Plus. Probably wouldn't in the first cycle, but yeah, he can do some pretty good damage with that sword, too. Yeah, that is definitely Fire Spray. That probably wouldn't one-shot me even in New Game Plus, but the Fireball? Yeah, not good. Anyway, though, even though his melee remains quite dangerous, having to only worry about melee without him popping any point-blank fireballs at you, that makes things a lot more manageable. And I think I just saw his out-of-MP animation, so we should be good to get started on the beating. Oh, goodness, he is strong. No surprise at all that he would one-shot me in New Game Plus, and I'm using too much of my late Moongrass. Gotta be a little more careful here. Lots of HP, too. Well, the good news is, he can no longer cast Regeneration on himself, so the damage that I'm doing will stay, and I can take my time. They're not a super easy fight, even with the, even with his MP depleted. But there's a really nice reward, as you will see. It occurs to me warding would now be useful. Yeah, you can only hit me for 30% now. How do you like me now? I can get all aggressive on you. Can't be completely careless, though. Because bad things happen when I'm completely careless, like so. Let's see how well I can rebound him off my shield. Oh, pretty well. Doesn't actually take off as much stamina as I would have expected. Warding if you would. Very good. Doing a little better with those quick strikes. Ooh, he hits me pretty good on that back roll. Ooh, he's quite the opportunist. Get my spice out. I'm going to put that warding back on when I can. Like now? Oh, have to eat the spice first, that would help. There we go. Should be able to finish him off now. There we are. Not a whole lot of souls, but what he drops is very nice indeed. Oh, and I should mention, I have no idea what sword he's using. If anyone out there knows which weapon Scurvy is wielding, I would certainly like to know. Please leave a comment. Anyway, here's what we came for. The Talisman of Beasts. Has pretty high intelligence and faith requirements, so it's not going to be useful this time around, but if you're a caster, it is a wonderful thing indeed, and I will show you why. An old wooden amulet resembling the old beast. It can utilize both miracles and magic. the symbol of God was no more than an image of the old beast. So, important bit of lore here. Very subtle, easily missed, but yeah, the old one and the god that Urbane and company worship, one and the same. And that's why Frake said heaven help them if they find out what their god actually is. But in practical terms, the lovely thing about this, as it says in the description, is that you can cast both miracles or magic from it. Which means, since miracles and spells in this game have separate attunement slots, you could potentially have like 4 or 5 different spells available to you without changing equipment. Lovely stuff. But again, high requirements. You need 18 intelligence and 18 faith to use it properly. However, one other interesting wrinkle about this. Remember when I said there was a way to minimize the damage of a cursed weapon while getting the full benefit of it? That is with a Talisman of Beasts you don't have the stats for. Because the damage increase is a flat one regardless of your intelligence or your magic power, you'll get the full benefit out of Cursed Weapon, but due to your not meeting the requirements of the Talisman, your health will actually drain a lot slower than it normally would. So that's why, even if you're a melee individual, it can be useful to get this Talisman, and it can be useful to get the 3 equipment slots for Cursed Weapon. Okay, a quick jaunt to the Flamelurker's Archstone, and we are back. It occurs to me I haven't checked for dialogue in a little while, so let's try talking to some folks, see if any of them have anything new to say.
Sometimes I stop and wonder how I ended up in the Nexus in the first place. Why didn't I protect my wife and daughter, even if it meant being slain by the demons? Please forgive me. I am over it now.
Poor Thomas. You really just want to give him a hug.
How do you do it? I can't imagine what it takes to slay a demon. If only I could assist in this fight.
Oh, Tommy boy, you are assisting. Being an item pouch is very valuable, actually. Especially in this game with its carrying load capacity. No, we don't want to take, we want to talk.
If only you have a...
Alright, that appears to be your lot. How about you?
It's something trade with yours.
Baldwin doesn't seem to be a very chatty type most of the time, but...
Deep inside Stonefang, the bones of...
Okay, yeah, we've heard that one before. Urbane, any comment on Estrella, maybe?
Oh, do you have... And purged?
Nope.
Yes, I see. But you must...
How about you?
Oh, the fact that I... Oh...
Oh, we just got an Ambassa. Yor, what you got for me?
Wait.
Nothing. Yuria, come on.
Are you here very... If the demon is cursed, Frake's power...
Nope.
I owe my... If it is a dark...
I am what our We were wrong to assume that only demons could do demon work.
I think we've heard that before.
He has power. We were wrong.
Okay, yeah, looks like he's just looping through those.
I can...
Yeah, at least we got to have a nice chat with Thomas. Chat? A nice chat with Thomas. I think my English is even worse than usual today. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, yes! Actually, first of all, I should put, Oh, nope, they're already on my bar. Cool. I did pick up some Crescent Moon Grass from Baldwin. Now, it occurred to me that beyond the Plague Swamp here, there were some items we could see and couldn't get to. There's a very good chance I'll die trying to do this because of Plague Babies and Plague, which I will instantly get upon stepping into the swamp, but I'm curious as to what those are, because I don't remember at all. Now that we're already in soul form and have very few souls to lose, this is a very good time to check it out. Archstone of the Demon Maiden Estrella. Once the sixth Saint Estrella lived among those awaiting death in the Valley of Defilement, and gave her soul to demons rather than cruel gods to free those people from suffering. Makes me wonder if Estrella was a little bit hip to what was going on with the connection between God and the Old One. And we're immediately plagued, because we appear from an archstone in the plague water. Okay, let's go ahead and cure it right here. Oh, I think we may have been baby noticed. They tend to duck under the swamp when they notice you and then pop up to attack. What the hell are you doing, kids? Alright. So it appears that swamp I cannot move very well in it, so this could end up going really badly. I wonder if there's a way to fall down to those items. Let me go find out. Oh, Garl? What the hell are you doing back? I didn't think you respawned. Wow. That's very unexpected. Yep, that is why I didn't want to get whacked with that hammer. Interesting. It put me back to the Dirty Colossus Archstone. Well, that gets us to the top. That's what I was mainly looking to do. Actually, the Valley of Defilement, I see it's in pure white. Garl looked like regular Garl there, but I'm wondering something. Just bear with me a moment. Well, that ain't gonna do me no good. This place feels so lonely and eerie without the music. And the worshippers are still at it. Praying for their deceased saint to return. Oh, lizard. I actually did remember to look for it this time. Well, no, I didn't remember to look for it. I happened to catch a glimpse of it. It's in a hard position to shoot from here, though. Very hard. Oh, I've been detected. Can I catch it? Yes. Probably won't have any kinds of stones I actually want, but I have chunks of faint stone. Not really relevant to my interests. Okay, that isn't regular Garl over there. There is a black phantom Garl that appears when you're at pure white tendency, but I kind of forgot about that, and I thought he had just respawned when I first came up, because he doesn't look as different from his regular type as someone like Scurver. Oh, by the way, killing Scurver's black phantom does not kill him. We could go visit him again if we wanted to. If we had the tendency requirements, anyway. Alright. Well, I don't really want to deal with this right now. And in fact, we'll probably miss some dialogue if I go fight Garl right now. So I'm just going to head back the way I came. And we're going to look at something else, because there's another... Actually, there are two more Pure White World Tendency events for the Valley of Defilement. So, since we've got a little time, it's probably a little late to start a new area. And I really hate 4-2. We'll do some more cleaning up in the VOD today. Okay, I stopped back in 4-2 off-camera to replenish my arrows, and while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to make a quick visit with Ed to put some colorless demon souls on that dark silver shield, so that will come in handy in 4-2. There we go. Oh, I only have one. I thought I had another colorless. Oh well, still, it's an upgrade. Alright, my friends. Here is where we will encounter our first pure white world tendency event in the Valley of Defilement, Section 5-1. This is where all those plague rats were, so just beyond this is where we'll be finding it. A ladder, where there was no ladder before. And this ladder, I'm a little scared right now, actually, because the area above is crawling with lumberfucks. There are at least 3, possibly 4. Fortunately, at no point do I think I have to pull more than one of them if I'm careful with my ranging. Remain very astute. You are not a lumberfuck, so I don't have to care about you very much. Don't remember exactly where they are, so I am proceeding very slow and easy. Now I've got total protection queued up and ready to go, as soon as I need to armor myself. Alright, guys. Are you one of them? Are they all in this one room? My memory is not clear enough on this point. Let's ward up, just to be on the safe side. Oh, come on now. Oh, no, you guys are regular. Okay. Well, better safe than sorry. Better spear than try to bap them with my catalyst. That ain't gonna help matters any. Now I'll hold off on spicing. I may live to regret it, but I'm gonna hold off on spicing for the moment. Oh, you're sneaky. I could put on my fragrant ring at this point and just regenerate those MP, but I really, really don't want to activate any of those giants unintentionally. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I know you're there. How do you like that on your leg? Okay, that went well. One down. Oh, what did he drop? Oh, I bet it's a great club. Well, I would like to have it, but I ain't taking off that thief ring. Got another one in here. Can't see anybody. Oh, I think they might be at the top of this sort of spiral structure here. Oh, thinking of lumberfucks, there's one thing I should mention. The Island of 4 in 5.2, where I thought I was standing on it just before that one fog gate, that was actually not the Island of 4. There was just one lumberfuck on that island. The actual Island of 4 is on the other side of the junk wall. Yeah, really, really don't remember the layout of this super well, so please excuse my extreme caution. Aha! We found the friends. We have found the friends. And that glowing thing right behind them, that is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and ward up again. Annoy one of these gentlemen. Take them to school. Oh, yep, there's 3. There are most definitely 3 of them. And they lose interest quickly. Get over here, silly buggers. Wow, they're really not very bright. I did not know they would lose interest quite that quickly. I've lost my wording, but I'm going to take that gamble. Because I seem to have a little trouble telling when they should aggro, or when they should stick on me. I did not remember that this could be cheesed so readily. And now we only have one big friend left to go. And I don't really feel like using another of my spice stash at this point, so we're just gonna go for it. Don't live dangerously today. Okay, couldn't quite finish him off at range. Now I assume he's going to try and find his way back up here. Whether he will be successful in this endeavor, I know not. Okay, looks like he found the ramp. Hey, I have the high ground. And you have a poor understanding of your range. And now I do believe we are in the clear to claim our prize. Which is not going to be especially useful to me, but if you have the right kind of stats, it can be. And we have obtained Istarel. A hardened oak short spear. It is one of the few revelations of the gods that exists. A possession of the holy knight Liziah. With the characteristics of a god, the user's poison and plague tolerances are increased. It's got an A scaling in faith, so if you have lots of faith, there's a plus. Also does magic damage. So, a spear not entirely suited to us, but very unique bit of treasure, and potentially useful, again, if you have the right layout of stats. Okay, I've been screwing around in 5.2 for eons, getting lost in the swamp and all the catwalks and what have you. I think I've finally got my shit together, though. Okay, I'm looking at the slug party up ahead. So now, if I head to the right and just go a really long way, just kind of following the left wall, I should be getting to where I need to go, I think. Really crossing my fingers on that one. Let me just get my bearings again. Yes, we want to go right. We want to keep going right. There may be lumberfucks in this direction that I have not dealt with yet, so that could be a concern. Oh, or did I already deal with them? That is definitely a dead lumberfuck. Okay. That's probably a good thing. Let me get my bearings again. Yep, I think we want to keep on going straight. Roughly hugging the left wall, I think? I'm looking at a map here. It's a little difficult to read because of all the vertical aspects. Alright, well, let's give it a try. If nothing else, I see a shiny over there, which means I haven't been here. I hear bugs. Whew, lots of them. Oh, one of them got through. Thought I had them all. Alright, let's go ahead and kill that poison, although I'm bound to get poisoned again fairly soon. Oh, very nice. And here, this is where I think I need to go. This is what I think I've been missing all this time. You appear to be... Oh, you're a slug. I thought that was like a dead body for a moment. That was concerning, because a dead body would mean I'd been this way before, and that's not what we want at all. We ascend carefully. We ascend very carefully. Don't want to fall at this point. Spent way too much time trying to find my way here. Got an eye out for further sluggage. Yeah, I am definitely on the right track. Because we need to gain lots of altitude, and this is certainly gaining altitude. And shiny over there, too. I don't know if I'll manage to get to that one. Now, over to the left, you can see a lot of slugs just hiding out. This, by the way, is not the World Tendency event. This is just that thing I missed before. That very special reward that I was not able to find my first time around. No fucking comment. Right. Once more without all the failure. That appears to be a live slug over there. Nope. Nope. We are definitely not going to fall for that again. Is there a way I can get around to the shiny over there? Well, we'll worry about that in a moment. What we immediately want to worry about is dropping this slug nest. I'm using the poke from behind the shield because it doesn't cause me to step forward at all. Okay, slug's down. Now I just have to wander on down there and find out what fell with them. On the way, we can collect a very nice consumable soul item. And it looks like we've got an alternate way down here, which might actually be closer to our destination. Fingers crossed. If nothing else, at least it's not a death plummet. Because we know from death plummets, don't we? Aha! That's where the magic happens. Alright, let me see if I can get over to that island there. That looks like a walk-onable island, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and there's an island right under me, too. All the better. Okay, so now we got all the slugs in the world over there. I think I'm gonna thin out their ranks a little before I go wading into the... Oh, there's poison here! A little too close to the swamp water, I guess. That's okay, we can deal with this from back here. Alright, if that's not all of them, it should be enough. Oh, one right at the shoreline. Well, we're just gonna go for it. Oh, this is actually a bit dangerous. Might have been wasting my time there, because I think I'm going to get poisoned again either way. But it's one moment that I don't have to worry about it anymore. Slugs appear to be a good source. Oh, Jesus! Slugs appear to be quite a good source of Stuckerstone if you care about that, which I do not. Anyway, here is our rather hard-earned bonus. The Large Sword of Moonlight. I mean, it's a FromSoft game. You know it was going to be in there. Let us have a look. The legendary large sword that protects the legendary large sword that projects the moon's light. Widely known along with the name of the Moonlight Knight Beto, it's rare as one of revelations of the god. The blue crystal blade is composed only of light, so it's impossible to do defense. What are the requirements? Well, that's interesting. You need a bunch of faith, is it? Is that faith or intelligence? I always mix up the symbols in this game. Anyway, whatever it is, there's an S scaling on it. Actually, I should be able to tell from my status. Yeah, faith is the two highlights on. Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that works on faith rather than intelligence. It's usually a good mage's weapon. I don't have the stats for it, but at least I can show you what it looks like, which is kind of cool. There's just a little bit of blade in the hilt. The rest of it is transparent, which is presumably the part that's made of light. Well, yeah, it's physically not even there. Alright then, let's get our pointy poker back on. That was not actually World Tendency, I could do that anytime. But there is a World Tendency event in this area, and that's what I'm going to go find next. See you in a bit. Hey, an extra thief's ring. And right here is who I've been looking for. This is our White World Tendency event for 5-2. She only shows up here if you are in pure white. And location-wise, how should I put it? She's a little bit south of the walkway here, where you first climb up out of the swamp after crossing the junk barrier. I would show it to you in more detail, but I'm lucky I found this at all. Anyway, let's meet a new friend.
Why? You are one of the sane ones, are you not? I am Selen of the West. I seek my brother, Garl Vinland, the knight who accompanied Saint Estraya on her travels. I believe they settled here. If you happen to see my younger brother, please tell me. I must share with him the last words of our father.
Selen Vinland, huh? I'm afraid we don't have much good news for her when it comes to Garl, but... well, maybe we should go back and check out the place where we killed him.
I heard an unflattering rumor about Saint Estraya. Have you met that herb-peddling woman? She claims that Saint Estraya is herself a demon. That woman has no reason to lie. Surely she must be mistaken.
I'm afraid not. In fact, we have first-hand experience that says she wasn't lying.
I find something odd about this place. It brims with grime, but at once feels strangely pure.
Strangely pure, huh? Purely grimy.
I find
Okay. Well, we need to get to the place where we fought Garl previously. Check out that Black Phantom version of him. And I'll be damned if I'm walking back, so... we're gonna take the easy way out, if I still have any of those. Ah, just one. Well, it's getting used. And here we are again. I came from the Dirty Colossus' Archstone because otherwise it would drop me directly in the Plague when I went to Estraya's Archstone. And then I would also have to come up and fight with Garl from behind. And when you're fighting him from behind, he'll move around freely and chase your ass. So you can't count on the place from which he will walk no further forward. And there he is, Black Phantom Garl. Whew, it really does take off quite a bit of my stamina, not that that surprises me. It's proving rather more difficult to bait as well. Oh, one thing about... oh, you see he went for the parry there. A little too late, but he went for it. I don't know if this incarnation can heal or not. I see him starting to back off and give himself some space. I will want to be mindful of that. One way you can cheese this, I'm not sure if the if the cloud spells will work, like Poison Cloud or Death Cloud. But one thing you can do to cheese him is just stand back behind the choke point where he will not proceed further. And pepper him with fire, because the Dark Silver Shield is 100% magic block, but it is not 100% fire block. However, it has some fire block, and so that would be a very slow process. You would probably have to top up on spices several times, or wear your fragrant ring, should you have one. Oh, that's interesting. It seems that sometimes his hammer can get caught on the rock above. I'm not sure if I ever saw that happen. Oh, there it happened again. Seems to happen fairly easily. I must have seen that before. Oh, shit! Got greedy, got greedy. Tried to get it over with quickly, and that did not work out well for me at all. What did I say? What did I say, Yon? You'd never listen to me. Really gotta watch my stamina. It's not gonna chase me down. But that does have some range on it. Sometimes it seems after he swung it once and missed, he'll swing it again for no particular reason. So many HP. Oh, so many HP, and I have to be careful so I don't get caught with the full brunt of things like that instead of it just grazing me. Come on, man. Thank you. Well, it becomes clear this may take a little time, so we're going to do this in turbo mode. Okay. Looks like BP Garl does not have healing powers. That makes life a little easier. And he's still very wealthy in souls. And we've got the Crest of Vinland, and something very heavy. Let's take a look. Alright, Crest, where are you at? There we are. A small crest with a minute decoration. The design signifies Vinland. And, something very heavy. What could he drop that would be very heavy? Brand, the big-ass hammer. Interestingly, in the Atlas localization, it's spelled with an M and becomes Bramd. I'm fine with either name, really. A fearfully enormous coarse iron hammer. Vinland's treasures. This deformation, called the Mark of the Old Giant Killer, raises the user's resistance to plague and poison. Still, it might not easy be used even with both hands. Yep. Look at that strength requirement. 36. And where's the weight on it? Oh, there it is, 36. 36 units of weight. I'm not sure if there's anything more heavy than that in the entire game. So we'll want to drop that off ASAP.
Thank goodness I was...
Whew, what a relief that is.
We are in...
Well, we got some very nice souls out of that excursion, so let's grab a level.
Thou seest then soul of the mind, key to
Let's see, what's lagging behind? Vitality, you're a little behind.
soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel. Art thou the main that
And one more for the road, huh?
Thou then, soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn
Very
from its
good.
vessel. Art thou main the
You come back alive. I need your business.
And now I head on back to Selwyn and drop off that crest. It's the least we can do. Okay, so I am back at the area of the Valley of Defilement where the shortcut was, and I think if I drop off here to the right of the junk wall, Selwyn is just a little bit to the right of the junk wall near the top, so I think that will get me to her reasonably quickly and safely. Let's test that theory. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. And you may have noticed, even through the fast forward, that it takes a little while for the poison to kick back in, longer than I thought, so it's not actually a bad course of action to heal yourself up when you're being poisoned.
This crest, that is a Vinland heirloom meant for my younger brother. So, my brother and Astraea have both strayed from the path of God. The poor souls. Perhaps their hearts were too pure. Mbasa. Oh, traveling warrior. I hesitate to ask, but can you part with that crest? Garl has strayed from the path of righteousness, but I wish to have the heirloom in honor of our Vinland blood. I shall reward you in kind.
Oh, sure, it's not doing us any good.
Thank you, kind warrior. As Garl's sister, I express my deepest thanks for your honoring of his name. Please accept this. It was intended for my brother, but now it should belong to you. May the angels gaze favorably upon you. Umbasa.
Umbasa right back at you, and we get a Ring of Devout Prayer, which, if I recall correctly, increases your miracle slots by 1. Let's check on that, though. Yep, increased capacity for miracles. Actually, we should probably take a look at that, just in case it has any interesting flavor on it. There we go. An extremely simple, white-silver ring. Increases the capacity for miracles a character can learn. A symbol of high status in the Church, it is given only to those who are devoted to pure and eternal service to God and constant devout prayer. Fair enough. Any final comments, Selwyn?
May the angels gaze favorably upon you. Umbasa.
And another fine Umbasa to you. Alright then, I've used up my last splinter of Archstone, so I'm going to have to get out of this the hard way. So I will see you back at the Nexus. Well, as you might guess by my decreased soul count, I tried to get back to the Nexus in a hurry by sprinting past all the enemies, and that got me killed. But the important thing is, we're home again. And we got quite a bit accomplished today. We took care of the end of the Valley of Defilement, did a couple of World Tenancy events, including Black Phantom Garl Vinland meeting his sister Selin Vinland, and taking out Black Phantom Skurver. All in all, a fairly full day. I spent a lot of time running around Lost, so I can only hope that this comes down to a reasonable runtime after I edit everything out. But in any case, I thank you for watching, and I hope you'll be tuning in next time when we do the dreaded 4-2. Oh, I am not looking forward to that. Until then, take care, and this is signing off. Today's Are We the Baddies has been brought to you by Justin Carpenter, Nolden, Zangamarth, Anonymous Benefactor, John Madigan, Sanguine Games, Misha Van Doren, Frank Grizzy, Tim J., Lolo De Puzzlo, Joshua C. Ritchie, Jared C. Rice, Sonic Rose, EX Potemkin, Mechasaurus, DG Jono, Doug Russell, Dodecalope, Jarogue, Martin Schallenmakers, Mayo the Hedgefox, Hildegard Argomach, IGV, Jazel, Joseph Hall, Hot Mayo Sandwich, Dan Larson, K. Ivan Rupert, Tiny Shopkeeper, Charlie Dunst, Kikaskia, Kobo4231, Yuka Takeuchi Fan, Chaotic Narrative, Mystery Accent, Lakota, Meiyan Ling, Redaman, Fate Everywhere, Rio, TJA, and other remorseful patrons. As ever, your support means a lot to me, and I hugely appreciate every one of you. Subscribers, commenters, and all of Viewerland, you're a big part of what makes this channel what it is, and I appreciate you very much as well. May the week ahead be gentle to you and those near you, and I'll see you again soon.